Welcome back, Sinister plotters. Got your tinfoil hats ready?
Always.
Good, because today we're diving deep into Chapter 10 of Aaron Hill's Metalstar, Solos.
The free city of solos.
Aaron Hill sent us an early copy.
Lucky us.
And, oh boy, things are getting intense.
Buckle up. We've got Chapter 10.
Right?
The notes straight from Hill, the Metalstar Luminarium.
Love that.
And, of course, our recap of Chapters 1 through 9.
Okay, so Chapter 10 starts with John Darby.
Our clone protagonist.
Right. And he's reeling from this recovered memory. It's graphic. He's strapped down. And his memories, they're literally being extracted.
Brutal.
It's not just a physical violation, but like the existential crisis. What does it even mean to be John Darby if someone can just take your memories?
Oof. Like that.
Yeah.
Gone.
It's deep.
This is where Hill really gets into the psychology of identity. You know, we're used to John being this hardened military type, but this memory,
Throws him.
completely off balance, and it forces him and us as readers to confront this question. What makes us us?
Is it our DNA?
Our experiences.
Or something else entirely?
Right. It's the big question.
And John, he's not one to just like sit around and ponder. He goes straight to Roger.
So Roger, in his usual blunt way, lays it all out. Humans, they volunteered.
To have their memories and DNA stored.
All to help repopulate Earth after the apocalypse. But I mean, that brings up so many ethical questions.
So many. Like, what does willingly even mean in that kind of situation?
Exactly. And who gets to decide who gets a second chance? Seriously heavy step. Now, John, understandably, is freaking out. But when he talks to Sarah, she just accepts those memories as part of who she is now,
Yeah.
even if they weren't originally hers. That's such a key difference between John and Sarah, how they approach their identities as clones. They're both grappling with the philosophical stuff, but Sarah's just focused on moving forward
Integrating the past.
into her present, her future.
Such an interesting contrast. But let's get back to the problem at hand. The resistance. They're going up against these technologically advanced Sky Reapers and their weapons. Crowbars, rusty blades.
Not exactly cutting edge.
Not gonna cut it.
This is where Hill really cranks up the tension. He's showing us just how desperate their situation is.
Outmatch. And in desperate need of a game changer.
Enter Solos.
Right. They have IDEO. She drops this bomb. There's a hidden city out in the wastelands, a week east,
Through dangerous territory.
full of bounty hunters and scavengers.
Sounds lovely, doesn't it?
Oh, yeah. Sign me up.
Hill gives us just enough detail to really make us curious.
Paints this picture.
Of a lawless city, where survival is the name of the game.
But the question is,
Why? Why would a place like this still exist after everything?
what's the point of it? What's the draw?
Well, think about it. Solos. It's a haven for those who don't fit in with the bunker society. It's a place where you can trade anything for anything, where the old rules, they don't apply anymore. For the resistance,
Yeah.
it's a lifeline. They're barely surviving. Solos is their best shot at finding the weapons and the medicine they need.
So it's not just about brute force. It's about resourcefulness.
Absolutely.
Knowing how to play the game. IDEO's plan. To trade.
Tech and knowledge. And this is where IDEO's backstory, which we get more of in the Luminarium, becomes super important.
I'll fill us in.
She was raised in Solos, trained by her father in the ways of the shinobi.
Shinobi?
Yeah, basically a master of stealth, espionage, combat.
Like a ninja?
Exactly.
Wow.
She understands Solos,
Street smarts.
plus post-apocalyptic martyring skills.
Deadly combination. So who are they going to trade with in this den of, what did you call them?
Resourceful individuals.
Resourceful individuals.
Their main target, Gunther.
Gunther.
He owns a fighting pit. Notorious guy, always looking for an edge, something to give his fighters an advantage.
And he sees potential.
Big potential in what the resistance has to offer.
Sounds like a match made in a very, very dangerous place.
But there's one little problem. Roger, our trusty robot, can't exactly drive.
Not on those post-apocalyptic roads.
Picture this.
Picture it. Hill describes this hilarious image of Roger, this super advanced piece of tech, dragging,
A trailer.
loaded with tech, across the wasteland.
I can't even imagine.
It's the perfect example of how these characters have to adapt, improvise, find solutions, even when things are totally absurd.
Talk about ingenuity.
They got it.
Okay, so we've got this crew, all heading into a city straight out of a dystopian thriller.
Which is basically what? Like a post-apocalyptic fever dream?
Seriously, what could possibly go wrong?
Oh, I'm sure it will be fine.
Right. It's just fine. Trading rusty crowbars for shady deals.
In a city where the biggest gun makes all the rules.
Stakes are high, my friend.
And don't forget, they're putting all their faith in IDEO.
Hoping Gunther sees what they've got.
Let's talk about IDEO for a minute.
Absolutely.
The Luminarium.
Goes deep into her past.
Really paints a picture.
Her father training her as a shinobi.
Now, for anyone who didn't catch that.
A shinobi, it's,
like a super skilled warrior and a spy.
known for stealth, agility. Those skills are crucial in solos.
Yeah, makes sense. Solos is basically survival of the fittest.
Hill really connects IDEO's journey back to solos with this whole mission.
It's like, almost.
Yeah.
Like she's got something to prove. Not just to the Resistance, but to herself, you know.
And maybe even to her father.
The Luminarium mentions that. IDEO's deepest desire. It's to make her father proud.
Adds another layer to her character, doesn't it?
It's not just survival. She's looking for validation.
Belonging. Going back to solos, a place she left on bad terms.
To face her past.
Maybe even reconcile with her father.
Whoa. That's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, no kidding.
And she's not the only one with demons from the past.
Right. John, still struggling with those memories.
That whole identity crisis.
The am I really me if my memories were just, like, implanted?
Heavy stuff. But even with all that going on,
Existential crisis and all.
John's training kicks in.
He knows they need those weapons.
To stand a chance against those Sky Reapers.
His instincts are sharp, even if his identity is shaky.
Exactly. And his military background. Could be valuable in solos.
Oh, yeah. Teaching Gunther's fighters new tactics, repairing weapons, modifying them even.
Definitely some potential there.
Yeah.
And what's interesting is how Sarah reacts.
Right. She's pretty chill about the whole clone thing.
Maybe after that whole alien arm cannon ordeal.
This is just another Tuesday for her. The Luminarium gives us a peek at how it works.
How so?
Uses electrostatic energy. Can basically level a building.
Seriously.
Imagine that. In solos.
Game changer.
But there's always a but.
What's the catch?
The aliens, they can track the weapon.
Through its energy signature.
Sarah's gotta be super careful.
She's basically a beacon.
Leaving those aliens right to them.
Double-edged sword.
For sure. Every advantage in this world comes at a price.
That's for sure.
But hey, some good news.
Yeah.
Amidst all the danger, chaos, Sarah and Jake, they're,
You close?
maybe Hill's definitely dropping some hints about a possible romance.
A little post-apocalyptic love story.
Why not? They're both outsiders, right? Find comfort in each other. It's a nice touch.
Adds a little humanity.
Definitely. But back to the mission. Getting to solos.
Sharing their skills and knowledge. This trip to solos is going to test them.
Push them to the limit. But what happens when they actually get there? Can they pull off this trade?
Britt Gunther.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the type to just hand things over. No, definitely not. This is where things get interesting. We're going to see two worlds collide. The Resistance's ideals.
Flashing with solos.
Because Gunther, he's driven by profit, by power. He's not giving anything away for free.
This deal could go south. Fast.
I have a feeling there's more to it than we know.
And what about IDEO?
Her personal mission.
Will she connect with her father?
Will he finally see her for who she is now?
Man,
So many questions.
so many. So much at stake.
Aaron Hill has woven a complex web. Action, suspense,
Ethical dilemmas.
and emotional depth.
All in this gritty post-apocalyptic setting.
Chapter 10. Masterclass in tension building. More questions than answers.
But that's what makes it so good.
It is. It makes you think about the choices they make, the sacrifices, what they'll do to survive.
Sinister plotters.
What are your predictions?
Deal with Gunther. Happen or not.
Will IDEO find peace?
Will they even get out of solos alive? Head over to www.metalstar.us.
Join the discussion, share your theories,
And don't forget,
hit that like button.
subscribe to Sinister Plots.
For more deep dives into Metalstar. Until next time, keep those sinister plots brewing.